Sir Paul McCartney is making history with his headlining gig at Glastonbury Festival this year. The Beatles icon, 80, is performing after Noel Gallagher's high-flying birds to thousands of excited fans. Paul is rocking out on the Pyramid stage for his history-making set at the highly loved festival in Somerset. Not only is the music legend performing some of the most iconic songs in the last 60 years, but he is also making history by being the oldest person to headline the event at Worthy Farm. The musician, who briefly paused his gig to check on a festival goer, looked dapper in a navy button-up top as he arrived on stage on Saturday night. Sir Paul was very much in his element as he talked to the crowd and began his performance. He kicked off the show with a rendition of the song Can't Buy Me Love. The giant ocean of fans seemed completely engrossed by his performance as they focused on the screens and the stage. Glastonbury took a time machine back several decades as fans got to witness Oasis star Noel's performance and only to welcome a Beatles legend. However, he briefly paused his tribute to Jimi Hendrix to check on an audience member. A source told the Mirror, the crowd were going wild for Paul as soon as he stepped on stage. He was in the middle of his tribute to Jimi Hendrix when he stopped to check on someone in the crowd. Sir Paul previously played at the Pyramid stage in 2004. His much-anticipated performance came after Worthy Farm welcomed the festival's youngest-ever headliner, Billie Eilish. Before his big performance on Saturday, Sir Paul rehearsed with a secret sellout intimate pub gig on Friday. The P.S. I Love You singer played in front of 600 people at a tiny establishment called the Cheese and Grain in Frome. He told the crowd, "Good evening, Frome. Why am I getting a feeling we are going to have some fun? We've got some old songs and some new songs and some in between." The intimate gig started with a rendition of the Beatles' classic I Wanna Be Your Man, with the set list for the special concert also including the solo track Junior's Farm. He had paid tribute to the Rolling Stones at the small gig, with the rival rock band having performed in Hyde Park on Saturday afternoon. A source close to Macca said, "It seems only right that Sir Paul should acknowledge the incredible fact both are playing the same weekend. The fact that both artists are still at the top of their game after all these years is just something else. They are both the very best of the best." A song he performed, I Wanna Be Your Man, was written by him and John Lennon the Stones in 1963. Get all the biggest showbiz news straight to your inbox. Sign up for the free Mirror Showbiz newsletter. It was to be the Stones' first top 20 hit. However, John later admitted that the duo made the song in minutes, saying, "Well, we weren't gonna give them anything great, right?" 3 weeks after the Stones released I Wanna Be Your Man, the track then appeared on the album Meet the Beatles. Sir Paul's performance at Glastonbury comes 52 years after the Beatles, which consisted of Paul, John, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, split up. Many thought that the four men from Liverpool broke up as a band due to disagreements and feuds between John and Paul. It wasn't true, as Sir Paul described the post-Beatles ordeal with his former bandmate as pretty hurtful. "I suppose when the Beatles broke up perhaps there was a misconception we all sort of hated each other," he said to British GQ in 2020. "What I realize now is it was a family, a gang. Families argue and have disputes. Some people want to do this and some want to do that." He added, "The only way for me to save the Beatles and Apple was to sue the band. If I hadn't done that, it would have all belonged to Alan Klein," he added. "The only way I was given to get us out of that was to do what I did." Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@mirror.co.uk or call us direct at 0207 29 33 033.